on homosexuality. Question: Father, I am a born-again Christian, a bisexual. At ngayon po ako ay may kinakasama na pareho ko pong kasarian. At hindi po tanggap yon ng aming church. Kaya nanatili itong lihim sa kanila. Father, mahal na mahal ko ang Panginoon at kulang ang buhay ko. Mapasalamatan lang siya sa lahat ng kabutihan niya sa buhay ko. Pero Father, nais ko pong malaman ang pananaw ninyo sa mga kagaya namin. Totoo bang impyerno ako mapupunta dahil sa pagmamahal ko ng kapwa lalaki ko? Totoo po bang isusuka ng Panginoon ang ganito sa akin at makukonsider na malaking kasalanan na sa diablo daw po nang galing? Salamat po. Answer: salamat po sa iyong liham. Una, on judging people as destined for hell. Hindi totoo na ikaw ay mapupunta sa impyerno dahil sa pagmamahal mo sa kapwa lalaki mo o sa pareho mong kasarian. Hindi ganyan ang pananaw ng Catholics sa kahit kaninong tao. Sa katunayan, kahit nga yung mga nilalang na notorious tulad nila Adolf Hitler o Idi Amin ay never referred to by the Catholic Church as being in hell after their death. Why? Because God is more knowledgeable than man. And we are told not to judge lest we be judged. Tingnan po natin yan sa Lucas 6:37. Number 2, on homosexuality. Alam mo po, ang Catechism of the Catholic Church ay nagsasaad ng ganito sa Article 2358. And I quote, "The number of men and women who have deep-seated homosexual tendencies is not negligible. This inclination, which is objectively disordered, constitutes, for most of them, a trial. They must be accepted with respect, compassion, and sensitivity. Every sign of unjust discrimination in their regard should be avoided. These persons are called to fulfill God's will in their lives, and if they are Christians, to unite to the sacrifice of the Lord's cross the difficulties they may encounter from their condition." End of quote. Gusto kong i-highlight ang ilang bagay sa ating CP. Number 1, they must be accepted with respect, compassion, and sensitivity. Mahalagang sagot ito kung ang tinatanong mo ay kung ano ang pananaw ng Catholics sa mga homosexual or lesbians. Ikalawa, homosexuals are called to fulfill God's will in their lives. And if they are Christians, to unite to the sacrifice of the Lord's cross the difficulties they may encounter from their condition. Tulad naman ng lahat ng Christians, ang magampanan ang kalooban ng Diyos sa sariling buhay, ang mahalagang pangunahing bukasyon na dapat tugunan. Babae, lalaki o anumang sexual orientation, mayroon ang nilalang. Ikatlo, ito pong inclination na ito, which is objectively disordered, constitutes for most of them a trial. Ano ba masasabi natin tungkol sa ganitong sinabi ng Catholic Church? Una, the Catholic Church, however, is straightforward right at the beginning. She calls a spade a spade. She does not mince words. Yun nga lang, hindi matanggap ng karamihan sa LGBTQ++ community ang pagtukoy sa same-sex attraction as objectively disordered. Kasi they say that it is cruel and hurtful toward the homosexual person. Eh bakit? Kaya naman hindi nila maintindihan ang statement sa kadahilanang ini-equate nila ang attraction with identity. And because they perceive gay, in quotes, as an identity, in quotes, the descriptive words, objectively disordered, is a judgment of who they are as being objectively disordered. Pero mali po yun. This is a wrong reading of the statement. Let us go back to the first part of the statement. Sabi ng statement, this inclination, which is objectively disordered. Ayun. Himay-himayin natin yan. This inclination simply obviously refers to deep-seated homosexual tendencies of a number of men and women. Yung same-sex attraction as a tendency does not make up one's identity. For example, a Catholic person may have a strong tendency to tell lies. Meron tayong mga ganyang kakilalang tao, di ba? All the time. But that tendency to lie does not define who that person is. His identity still remains intact as a child of God who happens to have one of the particular objectively disordered tendencies. At yun nga ang pagsisinungaling. But he probably has other objectively good tendencies. Totoo. Like respect for human and animal life, respect for parents and elderly, etc. Ayan po ay objectively good tendencies, By the way, having a strong tendency to tell lies all the time is not a sin. It is a tendency. A tendency to act is not the same as doing the act itself. Ito pong sinasabi ng simbahan, yung inclination to be sexually attracted to the same sex, while not sinful in itself, can never be willed or freely acted upon in any way without resulting in sin. This inclination, sabi ng document, constitutes for most of them a trial. Siyempre, the Church recognizes itong inclination na ito for most of the people with same-sex attraction as a trial, isang pagsubok, a test of faith, a test even of character. Ano po masasabi natin sa katapusan? Being attracted to another man, my dear friend, is not a sin. It is only a tendency that is in you. As you admitted, mahal na mahal ko ang Panginoon at kulang ang buhay ko, mapasalamatan lang siya sa lahat ng kabutihan niya sa buhay ko. That is great. That is wonderful. You just admitted a strong tendency to do what pleases the Lord, stronger than your same-sex attraction tendencies. Therefore, you know in your heart of hearts, my friend, being a Christian, that what God and the Church abhors is the sinful sexual acts that are caused by same-sex sexual attraction. Again, hindi kinokondena ng Diyos ang homosexual person. It is the possible homosexual acts resulting from same-sex sexual attraction that are being judged by God. At mahalaga po ito kung nais mo pong matulungan sa situation mo, meron po tayong support group for this. Please message itong site na ito para sa iyong mga suliranin. www.facebook.com/courage.philippines. Salamat po, friend. I am praying for you and may God bless you.